Today, I have 3 riddles for you. They're actually considered logic puzzles, but riddles, same thing, doesn't matter. 3 logic puzzles, and I've never seen them before, so I don't know what to expect. Work through these together and see what we can come up with. Okay, this one is the barrel of wine logic puzzle. There is a barrel with no lid, and it has some wine in it. Now there's a man and a woman there. The woman says, "This barrel is less than half full." And the man says, "No, this barrel is more than half full." How can they determine who is correct without taking any wine out of the barrel and without using any measuring instruments? They're looking at a barrel of wine. How can you decide? I feel like you could stick your arm all the way down and then like see how far the top of the barrel is and then how much of the wine gets on your arm. But I don't think that's correct because then now your arm is technically like a measuring stick basically, which I don't think, that makes no sense. Now these barrels normally have strapping around them, like metal strapping. So can you kind of gauge where it is in relationship to the strap on the outside? The top of the barrel and the bottom of the barrel are the same. The middle's the middle. I was gonna say, if they flipped the barrel upside down and opened it, when you see like the sediment where the wine level was, if you could see it, that means it was less than half when you flipped it upside down because it would be below that line, that ring. But there's no lid, so you can't flip the barrel over. If you tilt it, hang on. Oh, this might do it. Oh, I need to write this out. If you tilt the barrel on its side, oh, that's a terrible barrel. Nailed it. I'll put a better graph in the edit. If you tilt the barrel on the side, okay, so they both grab the barrel and they tilt it, just so the wine like comes up to the lip, not so it starts pouring out, just so it comes up to the very, very lip. You know what I mean? Like when you tilt something on an angle, the wine's right at the edge. They're almost about to go over, but not quite. And they look inside the barrel when they do that. If they can see the bottom of the barrel, then it will be because the barrel was less than half full. If they can't see the bottom of the barrel, that's because it was more than half full. Because the barrel's symmetrical. If it was exactly half, like it would be right at the very tip of the corner and right at the very tip of the corner, and that would be perfectly half. So a little less than half you see, more than half you won't, because you can't turn it to exactly 45 degrees. Oh! I feel pretty good about that one right now. Not gonna lie. Okay, sweet. Woo! Yes! Next one. The burning rope logic puzzle. There are 2 ropes, and they will burn in exactly 1 hour each, but they burn at an inconsistent rate. How can you measure exactly 45 minutes? You're allowed to light both ropes at once or at separate times, and you can also light the ropes from both ends if you wish. Okay, so we're trying to measure 45 minutes. I think they tell you that they burn at an inconsistent rate, so you don't just take a rope, fold it again, and like, you know, see where the quarters would be, right? Because that's obviously what you would do. That's not going to help us because they said they burn at inconsistent rates, and why would they give us 2 ropes if it was that easy to solve? So, why? All right, step 1. If we light a rope from each end, if we light 1 rope from each end, and it would burn and meet in the middle, that would be half an hour. Doesn't really matter. The consistency rate, really, no, it doesn't matter. Because you got, yeah, so that would be a half hour. If you lit it from each end, it would be a half hour. It might not meet exactly in the middle, but it would be a half hour somewhere. Okay, so we can get to half an hour easy with 1 rope. How do you get to 45? You light 1 rope from both ends, and at the same time light the second rope from one end. So the rope burns. So one's burning just from one end, and the other one's burning from both ends. So then this one burns out. That's 30 minutes exactly. This one's wherever it is. Burning, burns. This one will burn. So if you light this end, you start there and come down. Booyakashana! Okay, got it. So You start by burning one rope from both ends, and at the same time, the second rope by one end, okay? So the rope that's burning from both ends, when that burns out, we know that's 30 minutes, okay? And the other rope's been burning too, so it's burned like, 30 minutes worth on that rope, okay? Now, as soon as the rope burning from both sides, burns out, and it's 30 minutes, light the other end of the other rope, okay? Because that one's already done its 30-minute burn as well, so it's got half the rope or whatever. It only has 30 minutes of burning left on that one rope. So now if you light the second end, those two flames are going to meet in the middle and burn twice as fast. So that 30 minutes becomes 15. So you've already went through 30 minutes, and they light the other end, and wait till those two hit, and that'll be 15 more minutes. That's 45 minutes. That is so cool. That is a beautiful little logic puzzle. Oh, I like that one. I like that one. This one is known as the bridge and torch puzzle. 4 people are crossing a bridge at night. They can only cross the bridge 2 at a time. And every time someone crosses, they need to be carrying the torch. But they only have 1 torch. So 4 people trying to cross a bridge with 1 torch. And they can only cross 2 at a time. The torch will only burn for 15 minutes. So they have 15 minutes to get everybody across. But everybody can cross the bridge at different rates. Alice can cross in 1 minute. Ben can cross in 2 minutes. Cindy can cross in 5 minutes. And Dawn can cross in 8 minutes. Now, when they're going 2 at a time, they have to cross at the slower person's pace. So it's not like the fastest person can just pick up the other person and carry them. So we got to keep that in mind. How can they get all 4 people across the bridge in 15 minutes before the torch burns out? Alice, 1. Ben, 2. Cindy, 5. Dawn, 8. Haha. I see why they chose those names. A, B, C, D. Clever logic puzzle designer, people. All right, 15 minutes is the goal. Let's send Dawn and Alice first. So DNA get across in 8 minutes. Alice comes back because she's the fastest, so that's 1 minute. In 1 minute, so that's 9 minutes. Then Alice takes Cindy across, so A takes C across, which is another 5 minutes, which is 5 minutes. So now we're at 14 minutes already. Alice comes back for Ben, and that's 15 minutes. Her and Ben go across now. That's 2 more minutes because of Ben. So that would be 17 minutes. That is 2 minutes too many. How do we go faster than that? A is the fastest. A takes 1 minute. So no matter what, when they go by 2, A will always be the person coming back because A is the fastest. A goes across in 2 minutes with B, drops B off. Comes back, that's 3 minutes. Grabs C. They go back, that's 5 more minutes, so that's 8 minutes total. She comes back, 9, takes 17. No matter how you do this, it's 17. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the slow people together. Oh, yes! God, why? Okay, all right, let me think about this, Send D and C right away. It's counterintuitive. Send D and C. Dawn and Cindy go. Now they're gonna cross in 8 minutes because that's Dawn's speed. So they cross in 8 minutes. Boom. Drop off Dawn. Cindy comes back at 5 minutes, which is super long. We're already at 13 minutes. No, this isn't gonna work. Come on. Oh, sorry. False alarm. False alarm. 5, 6. This reminds me of an old farmer one where a farmer has a dog, a cat, and a mouse. He can only take 1 animal across at a time. But if he leaves the cat and mouse, the cat will eat the mouse. If he leaves the dog and the cat will eat the cat. He can't leave those animals alone. He can only leave the dog and the mouse together. I remember this one because what he does is he takes the cat across first, right? Then goes back, gets the dog, takes the dog across, picks up the cat, brings the cat back across, takes the mouse, brings the mouse across, and then comes back, grabs the cat, and takes the cat across. So you had to shuttle the cat back and forth just so it didn't leave the cat on the same side, so they were never together with those animals. So this kind of reminds me of that. We're sending A and B first. That's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. A comes back. That's 1 minute. You want to send the two slowest people together for sure, because that gets rid of a 5 and an 8 in just one 8-minute run. So we send C and D over now, and that's going to be 8 minutes. So Alice just stays there. Alice goes across with Ben and back. That's 3 minutes. Alice stays now, gives the torch to Cindy and Dawn. Cindy and Dawn go together. So that's 8 more minutes. So what are we at now? We're at 11 minutes. Right? 3, 8. So we got, now on this side we have B, C, D, and A still over there. Yes! Does this work? Then, once C and D get over there, they hand the torch off to Ben now, who's just been chilling. Ben runs it back in 2 minutes. So Ben's back in 2 more minutes. Now we're at 13 minutes. Ben goes back with the torch in 13 minutes. Alice is there. He says, come with me, and they cross back in another 2 minutes, which makes 15! Yes! Oh, so good. Whoo! So Ben crosses 3 times. Ben and Alice. Alice hands it off. Cindy and Dawn hands it back. Ben picks up Alice. Ben and Alice back. 15 minutes. Oh! It's so simple when you know. It's so simple when you know. I'm glad I remembered that other farmers one, because I was like, why have I seen something like this before? And that's exactly what it was. Oh, that's so cool. Yes. Hell yes. It's so counterintuitive. It feels like your fastest person would be doing most of the shuttling, but in fact, it's not. It's more about getting the 2 slowest people to go and use up those 2 massive time slots in one go. That's so neat. Damn, I love logic puzzles. They make you think differently. They make your brain. They make your brain go ah. They're frustrating. Trust me, I've been sitting here for 22 minutes. I've been sitting here for 23 minutes trying to figure out this logic puzzle. Just this one. Oh man, but it feels so good when you get it. It feels so good. All right. Whew. Hope you enjoyed the 3 riddles today, or logic puzzles. Sorry, I keep saying riddles. But yeah, hope you enjoyed these logic puzzles today, and see you on the next one. Take care.